Hi again, everybody, and welcome to Retirement SOS. I'm Ernie.
And I'm Beth.
And today we're going to tell you about 3 amazing and underrated places to retire in North America. We've picked 1 place from Mexico, 1 place from Canada, and 1 place from the US. And we have some very stringent criteria about the way we pick these places. And Beth is going to tell you about it.
So we chose 3 places that are relatively unknown and undervalued. They all had to be safe and have good weather, have affordable housing, have a nice community, have good shopping and restaurants nearby, and most importantly, be near water. Now, this is a dream of mine, is to retire in a small community that is on water. Wouldn't that be a dream come true?
Yeah, what a feeling that would be, waking up every morning beside water. Thanks, Beth. So the first place we chosen is in Mexico. It's called Ajijic Mexico. And it's about an hour south of Guadalajara Airport. And it really does have a community feel to it. There are a lot of Canadians and Americans that are now discovering this place and are loving it. And think about the location. Ajijic is a small strip of land. And you've got the mountains to the north, and you have Lake Chapala to the south. It is a very, very colorful place. There are tons of galleries and restaurants. And with it being located on the shores of Lake Chapala, you can go boating or kayaking. Now, in terms of the lake, we don't really recommend swimming in it, but certainly a nice lake to do other things. So in terms of the mountains, a lot of expats have started hiking clubs. And it's just a great place to discover trails. And, you know, with the weather being so hot, it's kind of cools you off a little bit in the mountains. Now, in terms of housing, very, very reasonable place to live. And we certainly recommend that you live in a gated community. So if you wanted to buy a house or a condo, you're probably going to pay somewhere between $175,000 to $275,000. So certainly very, very affordable for this beautiful, colorful place in Mexico. So Beth, we just finished talking about Mexico. What about retiring in Canada? What place are you recommending?
The place we chose in Canada is a town called Sechelt, BC. It's located on the beautiful Gold Coast of British Columbia. It's surrounded by water in a quiet town. 25% of the residents are over age 65. It has a great community feel amongst the residents who really enjoy the outdoors. Because there's so many beaches to choose from, they're never crowded. And if you don't like swimming, there's numerous nature trails there. In addition, there's shopping and a community hospital right in town. And Gibson's, a slightly larger town, is the hub of the Sunshine Coast and is only 20 minutes away. You'll find great shopping there as well. Vancouver is only a short 40-minute ferry ride away. And the winters are pretty mild for Canadian standards anyway. No, you're not going to be going to the beach, but you're not going to be bundling up like crazy either. For the region, the housing is pretty reasonable. A condo will run you about $595,000 and a house around $795,000. Now, that sounds expensive, but when you compare it to nearby Vancouver, which the average price of a home has gone to about $1.7 million, it's pretty good. So, Ernie, what's our third place in the U.S.?
Okay, so now we are in the good old USA. And the place that we're recommending that is very underestimated for a place to retire, and maybe not that well known because it has 2 cousins on either side of it, north and south. So the place is Estero, Florida. And Estero is located between Naples to the south and to Bonita Springs in the north. It's got a population of around 32,000 people. So it's a smaller community and not as intimidating to live. And it's got lots of amenities. There are beautiful parks there. They have trails. The beaches are so close by. Of course, we're talking about Estero on the Gulf side. So can you imagine just waking up in the morning and walking to the beach, lying in the sun, having a dip in the Gulf? Doesn't that sound nice?
Mm-hmm.
And if you like shopping, just go south to Naples, where the shopping is phenomenal, but also a little on the expensive side too. And I did want to mention something about Bonita Springs. If this would have been about, let's say 5-6 years ago, I think Bonita Springs might have been our #1 choice. But one thing, we were in Bonita Springs a couple of years ago, and it's just become so busy. Like it's become so popular, the density of population there has grown so quickly. So that's why we chose Estero. And also in terms of housing, you can pick up a condo for, I believe around $395,000 and a very nice house for around $595,000. It's a very pristine place with a nice community feel, and we're definitely recommending the over age 55 communities. Really got to check those out. They are really something to behold. So that's our choice for the USA.
So those were our 3 quick picks. Obviously, there's many wonderful communities across North America to retire in. That would be probably just as great. What are your choices? Send us your comments and let us know. I often think, what could we do to make my dream of living in a small community on water a reality? And then I think, it's harder said than done, because it would be really hard to leave family and friends, but it's certainly food for thought, isn't it, Ernie?
Certainly, and if you're retired or just about to retire, I guess that's what you got to juggle. How close do you need to be to your family? And remember, you're going to a nice warm place. Your family can always visit you
That's
there.
true.
That's the key. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a like. And also, please consider subscribing to the channel. It tells us that you really care. So until next time.
Thanks for watching.
Bye-bye.